Good afternoon everyone. Today's topic is joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business is a specific form of business organization found only in India. This type of business is usually found in India only, and it is one of the oldest form of the business organization in the country. It is only found in India, and it is the very oldest form of the business. And it refers to a form of organization wherein the business is owned and carried by the members of the Hindu undivided family. This type of businesses are usually made by the family members and the Hindu undivided families are there, and it is governed by the Hindu law. Means the laws and rules or regulations in this business is of only Hindu laws, and the basis of membership in the business is birth in a particular family, and 3 successive generations can be members in the business. This type of business goes through the 3 generations. Means 3 generations kartas can be the leader of this business, and the business is controlled by the head of the family, who is the eldest member and is called karta. The eldest or the head of the family is the leader of this business, that is called karta. All the members have equal ownership right over the property of an ancestor, and they are known co-partners. Means all the members of the family have the equal shares and equal liability, equal profits in that business, and they are also they have the equal shares of the property which their ancestors has given, and they are called co-partners. And the features of joint Hindu family business is: first is formation. For a joint Hindu family business, there should be at least 2 members in the family and ancestral property to be inherited by them. Means from the family members, there should be 2 family members, and their ancestors' property should be there for making a business and to run the business in a proper formation. And liability. The liability of all members except the karta is limited to their shares of co-partnership property of the business. Means except the karta have the lots of liability, unlimited liability they have, but except karta, the members of the business have the liability according to their shares of the business. Means the share of the business depends on the liability of that members. Control. The control of the family business lies within the karta. Means the control over that business is only of karta, not all the members. He takes all the decisions and is authorized to manage the business. He is the only head of the family. That's why he is the head of the family. That's why he will take the decision and he will run the management. And continuity. The business continues even after the death of the karta, as the next eldest member takes up the position of karta. Means if the karta suddenly dies, it doesn't mean that the business will stop. The business will run because the next generation eldest karta will be there. And minor members. The inclusion of an individual into the business occurs due to birth in a Hindu undivided family. Hence, minors can also be member of the business. Means from Hindu undivided family, a single member can also be the member of this business. And the merits. Merits means advantages of the joint Hindu family business. First, effective control. The karta has absolute decision-making power. This avoids conflicts among members, as no one can interfere with his rights to decide. Means only the karta have the right to make decisions, to manage the business. So because of this, there will be no conflicts among the family members that who will decide to take decisions. And continued business existence. The death of the karta will not affect the business, as the next eldest member will then take up the position. Means same in that the death of the karta will never affect the business, because the next generation the karta will be there to manage that business. Liability. Limited liability of the members. The liability of all the members of the family except the karta has the divided liability, because it means the liabilities of the members of the family are limited according to their share of the property or of the businesses. And increase loyalty and cooperation. In any business, loyalty and cooperation is very important. So for running a effective business, there should be a loyal membership, and the partners or members of that business should obey the rules and regulations. And now the limitations. Limitations first, limited resources. The joint Hindu family business face the problem of limited capital as it depends mainly on ancestral property. This limits the scope for expansion of business. If there will be no ancestral property, and so there will be problem in expansion of the business. Unlimited liability of the karta. Instead of the liability of making decision, karta had lots of liability that how to run the business, what types of decision making, etc. So they are dominance of karta. The karta individually manage the business, which may at times not be acceptable or to other members. This may cause conflict amongst them and may even lead to breakdown of the family unit. The dominance of karta means the karta is only there to decide, to make decisions, to run the management. So there can be a conflict between the family members, and due to that the family chain can be broken down. Limited managerial skills. Since the karta cannot be an expert in all the areas of management, the business may suffer as a result of his unwise decisions. His inability to decide effectively may result into poor profits or even losses for the organization. Means the karta or the head of the family is not good, or is not the only one or perfect in all the type of areas. So we should take the opinions of all other members of that business, so that our business can run in a very effective way and we can gain profits. Thank you.